Okay, so hello and welcome to all to my channel Codage VIT, and this is today's Vprople question: hands of the clock. Let me just directly explain the question first. Okay, instead of reading the question. See over here in this clock, instead of writing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, we will be writing A, B, C, D. Okay, so it's written over here. 12 alternate letters of English alphabets are written to indicate 1 to 12. That to alternate letters. Okay, that means after A you won't be writing B, you will be writing C, then E, and so on. Okay, you have to take 12 alternate letters. And one more thing which you have to notice is capital letters are written, and that too it can start from letter A to D. Okay, it can start from anywhere, from letter A to D. Between the, for example, it can start with A also, or it can start with B, C, or D. Okay, and you'll be provided with, see, in input format you have to take the first line contains letter from which the numbering is starting, and the next line contains the hours of the time, and next line contains the minutes of the time. And on that basis you have to print a first line, print the position of the hour hands, and next line print the position of minute hands. Okay, for example, see, suppose it is starting from D, the numbering is starting from D, and the hour hand is on 19, and minute of the given time is 45. Then in that case you have to print between P and R, and minute hand will be on T. Why this is so? Because see, if our minute hand is somewhere, like if it is on 45, 30, or somewhere else, then obviously the hour hand won't stick over here. It won't be over 3. It will come somewhere between 3 and 4. So that is why it's written over here between P and R. Okay, so this is the format which you have to follow. So based on that, I have written a code, and for today's Vprople question, I have got 4 responses. Those responses were from Banka, Chinmay, Shraddhas, Adityati, Ajit. Okay, so this is the code which I'll be explaining you, and in this code I have added some parts of the code which was written by Shraddhas. Okay, so this is the code. Let me just explain it to you. See, over here I'm taking input. This input is nothing but the starting value, okay, starting alphabet from where we are starting. And over here I'm taking hours, and over here minutes. Okay, and see over here I'm over here in H I'm taking the remainder which I get by dividing it by 12. Why this is so? See, in the question it was given 19, right? If you divide 19 by 12, we'll be getting 7 as the remainder. Okay, so using the value of 7 I can directly print it. I can directly print my alphabets. So that is why I'm dividing it by 12 and storing the remainder over here. And in case of M, I'm dividing it by 5. Why? Because see, the minutes will be from 0 to 59, right? So I can't take all those values. Instead of taking those values, I will be dividing it by 5, so that I'll be getting 1, 2, 3, 4. For example, see, it was in the example question, it was given 45 minutes, right? So I can directly divide it by 5, and I'll be getting 9. And I'll be searching what is the alphabet in front of 9, and then I'll be printing it. Okay, so it will be more easy. That's why I'm doing this. Now see, I'm creating a dictionary, and I'm creating a variable count equal to 0. Now let us see what is the purpose of doing this. I'm running a for loop from 0 to 24 with a step value of 2, and for each step I'm increasing the count value by 1. And I'm in the dictionary, for the key as count, I'm storing the alphabets. Okay, I'm storing the alphabets. For example, see, if the start value is D, so for 1 I'll be getting D, for 2 I'll be getting F, for 3 I'll be getting H, and so on. So this is what is actually happening over here. Okay, I'm making a key value pair of the numbers from 1 to 12. Okay, and for these keys, the values are the alphabets which will be used further to display the time. Okay, print use dictionary is purposely written over here to show you what will be the dictionary, nothing else. Okay, so this is actual meaning of this line. Okay, after doing this, we'll be getting a dictionary. Okay, and using this dictionary, we'll be giving our total output, all those outputs which are needed. Okay, but before that, I'm checking over here if the value of M is equal to 0 or not. Okay, if the value of M is 0, then see, over here I don't have any such key which is having 0 in it, right? It is starting from 1, not for 0. And that too, we know that 12, okay, while reading time, 12 is sometimes even taken as 0, right? So if that is the case, if M is equals to 0, in that case I'll be printing that value of this dictionary which is stored in 12, right? So that is why over here, see, I've written print on use dictionary 12. Okay, for 12 I'm having z. Okay, so for the minute hand I'll be getting z as the output. Okay, if it is starting from d, if the numbering is starting from d. And now see, for the hours hand, if hours is equal to 0, then again I have to print this part, because see, the numbering is starting from 1, right? It is not starting from 0. And as we know that 12 is nothing but 0. While reading time, we sometimes even consider 12 as 0. Okay, so in that case I have to, if hour or if minutes is equal to 0, then I have to print this thing. I have to print use dictionary's 12th value. Okay, for the key value, key as 12, the value is z. So that is what it has to be printed on z. Okay, and if h is not equals to 0, suppose h is equals to 4, so what we have to print? We have to print j. Or if h is equals to 7, then I have to print p. Okay, so that's what I've written over here. Else print on the use dictionary h. And why I'm writing on over here? Now see, one more reason of writing on is the value of minute is 0. Okay, and as we know that whenever, suppose if I'm writing 12 o'clock, sharp 12 o'clock, so in that case minute is always 0, right? And the hour hand will be exactly on 12, or it will be exactly on 7. That's why I've written over here on rather than writing between. Okay, now for this if condition we have an else condition. Okay, and here see, I'll be writing between. Why between? Because see, suppose if if minute is not equal to 0, if it is equal to 5 minutes or 10 minutes, then it is obvious that the hour hand will be shifted. Okay, it will go slightly between 1 or 2. Okay, if earlier it was 1 o'clock, now it's 1:05, then it means the hour hand have shifted from 1 to 2. It have shifted a little bit of right from 1. So I can say that it is between 1 and 2. Okay, that is why I've written an else condition over here. And here once again I am checking whether h is on 0 or not. Okay, whether it is 12 o'clock or not. Okay, so in that case, see, if h is equal to 0, so over here I have to print between this and between 1, between use dictionary 12. What is 12? Between z and between this, between d. Okay, because see, over here in place of 12 I have z. Okay, and in place of 1 I have d. And if it is 12:30, it means the hour hand will be between 12 and 1. Okay, and the minute hand will be on 6. Okay, so what I have to print? Between z and d, right? This is what I have to print, between z and d. Z is the value which is stored over 12, and d is the value which is stored in 1. Okay, that is what I'm writing, between use dictionary 12 and use dictionary 1. Okay, and if the hour hand is not equal to 0, then normally we have to print between use suppose here, suppose it is 7:30. If it is 7:30, it means the hour hand will be between 7 and 8, right? So what I'll be printing? Between, over here I'll be getting 7, and over here I'll be getting 8. Okay, use dictionary h and use dictionary h plus 1. Okay, so this is the meaning of this if and else statement. Now let's see over here. If int, now okay, see, this is the part for the hour hand. Okay, I'm clear with the hour hand. Okay, I've done the printing for the hour hand. Now I have to move on to the minutes. Okay, to the minute hand. For this, see, actually I'm taking over here. If int m is less than 0, what does this mean? See, over here I'm dividing minutes by 5. Okay, now suppose if it is 12 2. Okay, 12 hour 3 minutes, 12 hour 2 minutes or 3 minutes. Okay, 3 minutes, 12 hour 3 minutes. So if we'll be dividing 3 by 5, what will you will be getting? You will be getting 0, right? You will be getting 0 point something, 0.6. You'll be getting 0.6. So look over here. Is there any key written as 0.6 over here? No, right? Even we don't have 0. So that's what I'm checking. If int m is less than 6, see, 0.6 is less than 1, right? So that is what I'm checking. If int m is less than 1, if it is less than 1, then what does it mean? It means the minute hand is between 12 and 1. Because see, after 1 it will be greater than 5. It will be like 12 hours 7 minutes, 8 minutes, 9 minutes. Okay, so if you'll be dividing 7 or 8 by 5, obviously that value is gonna be more than 1. Okay, but if it is 12 hour 2 minutes or 3 minutes, then it is gonna be less than 1. So in that case we have to print that our minute hand is between 12 and 1. Okay, that is what I'm writing. If int m is less than 1, so in that case print value of dictionary stored in 12 and value of dictionary stored in 1. Okay, print between this and this. That is what I'm doing over here. And see, in this else condition, okay, if means else m is greater than 1. Okay, if suppose if the time is 12:30, Okay, if we'll be dividing 30 by 5, we will be getting 6. 6 is more than 1. Okay, since 6 is more than 1, so now what I'm doing, I'm checking if int m is equal to m. Why I'm checking this? Suppose the minute is 30, if we'll be dividing 30 by 5, we'll be getting 6.0. In this computer language, you'll be getting 6.0. So I'm just checking whether 6.0 is equal to 6 or not. That is what I'm doing. I'm just checking whether it is equal to 6.0 or not. So it is equal to 6 or not. If in that case, I'll be printing use dictionary int m. Okay, 6. For 6, I have to print n. So I'll be printing on n. But suppose if it is 6.2, when I'll be getting 6.2, I'll be getting 6.2 when the time is 12 hour 32 minutes. Okay, 32 or 34 minutes. In that case, our minute hand will be between 6 and 7. So in this, I have to write between this and this, between use dictionary int m and use dictionary int m plus 1. Okay, that is all what is happening over here. Let me explain you by running it. Okay, then it will be more clear. Suppose it is starting by D and the timing over here is 19 and 36 minutes. So see what I'll be getting. I'll be getting between P and R, and the R hand is also between P and R. Why between P and R? Because this is 36 minutes. Okay, if it would have been 35 minutes, then here I would have got on P. Okay, but here now I'll be getting between P and R. And same case is for the R and C. Since it's 36 minutes, then it's obvious that the R hand would have moved from 7 o'clock to between 7 and 8. That's I'm writing over here between P and R. That's all. Okay. This entire code is having time complexity of on, because here I've just used one for loop. Okay, and that's all. Okay, it's all about understanding. This entire algorithm is about understanding. Okay, it's easy to understand. You just need to focus on it. And yeah, that's all for today's. And yeah, once again, congratulations to all those responses, all those people who have responded. Vaibhav Banka, Chinmay, Shraddhas, Aditya T. I've even tagged them on Instagram. Okay, so that's all. The Instagram page is also given in the description. So thank you for watching the video.